Salutations, denizens of the internet. 'Tis I, Byte 27, back once again with another episode of Byte Builds Blokees. Or Blokees. I still don't know how to pronounce that. Really feel like I should. Anyways, what do you say we just cut the nonsense and get straight into building things? But as if anyone's gonna watch it on this Friday afternoon. It's a lazy Friday afternoon, and I am feeling okay. And today we have 6 Blokees from Kamen Riders Galaxy, All-Star class, and we'll be building all 6 of them. Now, I did say in a community post that I was going to be building 7 Blokees today. I was initially expecting that Galaxy class of Balvard would be here by the time this live stream would go live, but unfortunately, that was not the case. Balvard did not show up, but we shall sally forth without Balvard. Anyways, I hope someone joins the stream. Oh, hey, someone has joined. I hope you enjoy watching me build Blokees or whatever we're calling them. It's just... come on, get in focus. There we go. Anyways, let us begin with whatever Blokey might be inside of this bag. Okay, looks like we're starting off with the one I wasn't looking forward to all that much. The Shocker Blokey. Essentially the foot soldier of the original Kamen Rider season. Kamen Rider Ichigo's rivals, or whatever monsters, whatever. You know what these are. You've seen a Power Rangers or a Kamen Rider, you know what these are. They're the Moogers, the Putty Patrollers. They're the monsters. Anyways, let's see here. There we go. Oh, there. Got one side of the torso plate, please. Now for the other. Now, do be warned, this isn't going to be the last Byte Builds Blokees video. I do have another one planned for next week. But we are going full ham on that one and building an entire 12 Blokees instead of just the 1 or the 2 or the 6 in this case. Where's the plastic bag for that? Oh, there it is. Might be another. Nope, there's no more pieces in there. Oh well. Anyways, let's see here. There we are. Here's the piece that goes in the center of the 2 halves of the head. Just gonna... God. One thing I don't like about my current setup for live streams is just that you can't see very well what's going on and I have to block stuff. I'm not even sure what I used for my setup last time. I can't exactly change it at this point, so there we go. That's the head. Now for the arms. Oh. Still no one? Oh well. Can't win them all. So I'm gonna at least have someone here to talk with. Some questions to answer. Yeah, well. Come on. There we go. Okay. And now we can move on to the lower half of the body. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I should probably put some music on. Do more Pizza Tower music since I love that soundtrack so damn much. Alrighty. There we go. Shocker belt. Oh, now for the legs. Oh. And there we go. There's our shocker soldier thingy, all finished. Yeah, or whatever he says. I don't know. Alrighty, let's do baggie number 2. Ooh, who do we have here? Ah, it's Geets. Alrighty, let's start building this one. We'll go with the head first. We'll start with a little head. Just get the eyepiece in first. Oh, that's odd. This honestly looks a bit more orangey in terms of the red that's being used on the head than the... well, I guess on camera it's not as visible as it is in person, but this looks very much like... Actually, let me just get something real quick. I had a friend of the channel, Dale Tippett, who I have mentioned multiple times for being such a good help to me and to my efforts. He's a very good man. There we go. I had him cut for me a little tiny metal rod, but in person, this red right here that I'm pointing to with my metal stick, that is a bit more orange looking. It's kind of weird. Ew, God, there's even like a little paint bleed on the side here. Come on, refocus for me, camera. Right there, you can see, I think, beats me. Anyways, next part is going to be obviously just getting this little T-piece and putting it in there. Then, boom, we have Geets' head. Not the first Geets I've built, but definitely a cute one. Oh God, look at this. Like a little bandana is molded into the back here. That's so cool. Anyways, there we go. That's the back of this little torso plate. And there's the front, all built. Yeah, it's so nice to see how cute the details on these can be. Anyways, that's our guy's torso built. Oh, hello there, Master Far. Oh, yeah, their TF1 figures look dynamite. I really need to get in on doing more of these builds Blokees videos, just because they're kind of a lot of fun. And I'm definitely glad to see you here, Master Far. Anyways, back to building Geets. Geets' shoulders. Wait a second. I need to do some comparisons here. Ah, here we go. Yeah, because this is not the first Geets figure that I've built from Blokees. They actually made a Galaxy class scale one, which I have right here. And I'm kind of shocked to see how much of the detail they managed to get in. That's a smaller size. Like, the that looks perfect. Looks like a perfect miniaturization of this version, which is already a pretty good toy. Like, the one big thing that I really love about Blokees when compared to any other model kit out on the market right now is just that model kits in general feel rickety and they're fun to pose. I'll bring this up again when I finally do my Kamen Rider Blokees analysis video, which is coming in the near future. Don't worry. It's going to be a lot of fun. I might actually make it my I don't know how long it's been. Maybe it's either been my 6th year anniversary or my 7th year anniversary on YouTube. I don't know. God, I've been doing it so long that I don't even know how long I've been doing it. But great show, honestly, for my memory. My memory is as watertight as a sponge, as I like to say. But anyways, I might make the Kamen Rider Blokees video a celebration for my 7th year anniversary on YouTube, since Kamen Rider is very special to me, but I haven't talked about it in a very large capacity outside of these live streams, where building Kamen Rider model kits is the entire point. Anyways, back to building the Blokees. Let's see here. I've also come to realize quite recently that I don't exactly care too much about how much I get paid for doing videos on YouTube. I mean, I do care enough that I want to actually make a living doing YouTube, but at the same time, if all I'm really doing as a YouTuber is making people smile and not making tons of money, and I make money other ways, that's going to be enough for me. I've left enough of a positive impact on the world that I can die satisfied. Of course, though, that does kind of come at the cost of me not being able to make all the billions of stories I want to make before I die happen, but can't win them all. But in all seriousness, netizens of the internet, whether you subscribe to this channel, whether you've liked, commented, or really done anything related to this YouTube channel, I can't thank you enough for your help. It really means the world to me that you've decided that my dumb little videos are worth your time. And, in a world like ours, that's really reassuring. Anyways, back to Geats. Kamen Rider Geats. Gozen Kujin. Oh yeah, I should also mention that while I have been getting a few duplicate Blokees from the Kamen Rider line, I haven't been keeping them around. See, I've been trying to get the word out to the Kamen Rider community that these things exist and that they're a lot of fun by going onto Reddit. And basically, I met someone on Reddit who couldn't really afford to get the Blokees, even though they're dirt cheap on AliExpress. So I came to an arrangement with him that I'd be giving him the Blokees. And while I'm not exactly in the best financial position right now, I still feel like doing stuff like that is important, because the world is not a great place right now, and we need all the positivity we can get. Oh wow, that is super cool. The Desired Driver raise buckles have molded have the printing for his flame effects, because the cool thing about the Geats raise buckles is that basically they're lights in the center of the belt that light up these cool little patterns surrounding the ID core, which is basically the logo for each individual rider. And Boost and Magnum, which is Geats' base form, has these flames that are in red and green respectively. Or flames and some other kind of effect, really. They're in red and green, and when you activate the raise buckle, or whatever. You basically have this really cool little effect where the lights light up, but because the red and the green all sort of like cancel each other out, they end up they like it like ends up fading between the two like visual effects, and it's really cool. Anyway, and that's what they sort of printed on here. Anyways, I'm gonna open up a bottle of my favorite Gatorade. I am going with cucumber lime, pepino limon, which is quite fitting considering that we are listening to the Pizza Tower soundtrack right now. And I'm going to hydrate. That's the stuff of legends. Anyways, back to Geets. God, I'm really having a hard time focusing on actually building these model kits. It's fine. Just having fun. Taking it a bit easy. As Toho fans would say, Yukarishi ne, or just take it easy. Shout out to my Toho fans, all one of you. Sure, there's at least one of them in this audience. Lord knows I'm a Toho fan. Which, like, honestly, Toho Project, if you're from Japan, that's like the premier example of an indie game, or technically an indie game franchise, because like Toho Project games, at least the official ones, the shoot 'em up games, are all made by a single person, and that's really awe-inspiring. In fact, I have my own idea for making a shmup game that takes a lot of inspiration from Zun's work, and I'm calling it Xeno. It's gonna be this like sort of steampunk fantasy-esque video game where you're playing as an isekai protagonist who has to fight in shmup battles against a group of sky pirates with these weird magical abilities. Like one of them will have like projectiles that change size when they bounce off the corners of the screen, but it can only bounce 3 times off of them. Another one, it's a lot of interesting ideas I have there. Anyways, get that kneecap in. Oh, and it looks beautiful. So cute. So small. Kalen, just add on. Oh, right. Before I add that on, we need to give him this form its namesake and add on some boost. Put some boost on it, as the Geek Critique's weird friend would say. Anyways, just add. Nope, that's not the sign. Oh God, they're the same piece. God, that's gonna make things a nightmare. Anyways, there we go. Put some boost on it, as the Geek Critique's childhood friend would say. Just gonna slot these in together. There we go. God, I am doing a terrible job of just keeping this all on camera. I am not composed, let me tell you that much. As far as things go, I'm trying to like treat this as like an open mic night for my life and whatnot, so I can, I don't think anyone's really gonna watch this, so I'm gonna do my best to like put myself out there and make it at least something interesting to watch for archival reasons. Like if you're coming back and watching this channel's history years from now or whenever, then it'll at least be interesting then. Anyways, get Geets together. That's what I hate about having cute chans. That's what I hate about having bigger hands. It's just like smaller stuff like this isn't as easy to show off on camera. It's kind of why I got the stick. Oh, whoops! Forgot the little. I'm flinging it everywhere. There we go. I found it. Now to just add this on. Okay then. I'm definitely gonna have to get some more Gundam markers so I can help customize these. By the way, I have gotten into Gundam markers recently. In fact, I know there's no one here at the moment, but if you're watching this in the future, you might have noticed my lockdown and my Cosmos back here. And you might notice that my Star Raider lockdown has a bit more gold paint on it than yours does. And that's because I had Gundam markers and I've decided to paint my figures with them. In fact, I've gone pretty ham on this lockdown, all things considered. Let me just give you a better look with this. There we go. I've gone really ham on this. You can just kind of see up here in the torso, like these metal box thingies. I painted those in 2 different colors, which looks awesome. And then like I got all these little lines here running down the sides of the legs. They look so cool, don't they? It's just like so awesome. Like this metallic green. I have learned to appreciate that there is some. However, I will say that part of what I took for granted about customizing is that you have to know when to stop customizing a figure. Like there used to be a guy who commented on my videos. I can't remember his name. Masterfar probably does, but he used to he painted his own figures, and he'd always go super overboard with the like panels and painting every single surface, which I don't think you need. Like when it comes to this stuff, you only need to like you don't need to paint everything. And like especially with like molds like these where I have multiple copies of it, like let me just let's see here. I know I have one of the other. Oh yeah, there he is. I have Toe Line right here with me. I can show you him real quick. Like I have multiple copies of the scrap hook / axle grease mold. And with Toe Line here, I painted a lot of his details in silver. Like you can see, especially around here, around this shin piece. That was painted by me, as was this entire wheel. And so were these silver stripes on the silver metal boxes, and also some stuff here. And I also did the vents on the sides of his head. And like that's all I really need to have painted on him is just like it. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like when you're customizing a figure, you just need to give it a bit more oomph, so to speak. Anyways, Mini Geets is done, and look at him, he's so cute. And the coolest bit is, since these guys share hands and feet sizes, it means that you can technically give the gun from big Geets to little Geets and vice versa. See here, the cool thing about these two is that this gun transforms. The barrel just gets longer, and this is when it's shortened, and this is when it's extended. So it's kind of cool that they gave us both accessories. Anyways, back to building. Okay, just gotta plug Mini Geets right in here. Get ready for Boost and Magnum. Alrighty. Oh boy, I am way off center with this camera. Yeah. Next up, we have baggie number 3. Ooh, looks like we have Revi, the one of the 2 main characters of the 50th season of the show, Kamen Rider Revice. Revice. Alrighty, we'll start off with his head as we normally do. Okay, there we go. Ooh, he looks like he's missing something. Oh, that's because he's missing this. The cool thing about Kamen Rider Revice as a season is that until that point, there had been sort of this like concept of 2-in-1 riders. Like it originated with actually I can show this. Kamen Rider Double, whose bike I built last stream. See, Kamen Rider Double was the idea of 2 people inhabiting the same body via the 2 halves of Double's body. Kamen Rider's Double was made up of Philip and Shotaro, the 2 protagonists, with Philip making up the Cyclone side, and Shotaro, the detective, making up the Joker side. Cyclone! Joker! And anyways, the concept of the 2-in-1 Rider came from their season, and then it was sort of like expanded on in Kamen Rider Build, where they had a rider that was made up of two halves with different wacky mixes, like Rabbit and Tank, Key and Dragon. It was interesting, but Revice flipped the script. Instead of having two riders in the same body, two riders came out of a single belt. If that makes any sense. Basically, the Kamen Rider in this season was Iki Igarashi and his demon, Vice. Which, very on the nose for a demon name as far as they go. Anyways, here is Revice's Rex Genome's head. He's going to plug into this body. And yes, Kamen Riders do come in pink. After all, pink is a man's color. Like, seriously, every one of the anniversary seasons, there is at least one rider who is bright pink. Like, it all started with Decade, who, yeah, I know, magenta, Kamen Rider fans. He's magenta, according to the character himself. But come on, it's pink. We don't have to be ashamed of that. He was the 10th anniversary of the series. It's continuous sort of like path. I don't know. Continuous production of the series. And then for the 20th anniversary, they had Gio, who was Okay, good. I'm still on. Just gonna quit out a few applications just so I can have the undivided internet capacity for this. There we go. Anyways, but as I was saying, it was two riders who could combine their powers via various animal DNAs, including ancient dinosaurs. Whoa! And then combine with each other to form like these weird, fucked up CGI abominations based off of those animals, which was hilarious and awesome. And even Perspective End got in on posting on it. He said something to the effect of, "Behold, the ultimate hand face to ass thingy." I can't remember what he said, but all I remember is that was hilarious, and I was like, I really need to get this man in on Kamen Rider. Unfortunately, I've since given up on getting PE into Kamen Rider, mostly just because he says he's not into the whole Japanese super robot stuff, which, if you're not into that, you're not into that. I understand. Anyways, back to Revi. We're going to plug in his chest plate. And Revi. Okay, then. Okay, now then, his fists. I just make sure I'm not... Nope, but not forgetting anything. Yeah, there's not a lot of color breakup on you, Revi. Or mostly one pink guy. Okay, there's his other hand. Or fist, whatever it is. But, yeah, as I was saying, this isn't going to be my last Blokees build stream for the foreseeable future. I'm mostly using these as a stopgap while I work on the next episode of It Figures, which I'm currently working on two simultaneously. I'm doing one which is a tutorial for Gundam markers, and then another one which is a review for the first wave of Galaxy class Kamen Rider Blokees. So hopefully these tickle the fancy for more of my content. Okay, and we will be. But point is, if you're here watching this and it's before like a week from today, which is gonna be if you're watching this video before the 28th, come back on the 28th around the same time, and I'll be building more Blokees. It'll be my first ever 12-figure building endurance stream, and I am... Well, we're going to see how much cursing it's going to take by the end, so look forward to that. It's going to be a video. There we go. Let me just make sure. Oh, these parts are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which side I put them in. Oh. There we go. That's Kamen Rider Revi finished. And look at that. That is some pretty pink plastic. I only said paint. This isn't paint. It's not painted mostly. In fact, most of the color on these is tampograph, as I understand. Either way, isn't he pretty in pink? Isn't he? That's a reference to the psychedelic furs, if anyone gets that. Probably not. Anyways, next character, and it's... Ooh, it's the other half of Kamen Rider Revice. Kamen Rider Vice! Hashtag nice Vice! Yes, that is his catchphrase. Vice's catchphrase is hashtag. I love this show. Like, more than Transformers, I love Kamen Rider. Like, Transformers is just what I pigeonholed my channel into, but Kamen Rider is what I have more of an attachment to. As an adult, that is. Anyways, let's see here. Ah, there's his head. Oh, right, that's right. I do actually have the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Vice somewhere around here. Where can I put him? I had him out for the last video, or the last live stream I made. I kind of want to have him up here so I can compare the two. Whatever. I'm sure I'll find him eventually. And I can do some comparison shots for the official review I do of it. Whatever. Anyways, back to building. There we go. That's his part of his head finished. Just gonna insert that. There we go. Vice's head is finished. Next up will be his chest. And then on goes the head. Oh, that's so cool. They gave it like a little notch for his little pectoral insignia to go on. So cool. I love that. Next up will be his arms and legs. I'm going through these a lot faster than I expected to be, so it'd be nice if someone were to join me for this, but whatever. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone, and I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. No, God, I scared him off. I was gonna say there was one person watching right now, but they've left. Oh well. like I said, as long as someone watches this after the fact and enjoys it, whatever. Let's see here. I made quite the boneheaded mistake deciding to oh, there it is. I got this little instruction sheet right here, you little TCH. Wait. Oh, I get it now. Oh, what confused me is that inside here, you got like these weird little divots here, and I thought those would connect like this laterally, but nope, they're supposed to be so you can connect them like this horizontally. It's so like they don't have to make mirrored parts. That's a clever solution. I will grant them that much. Let's see how. Let's see here. Yep, and you're supposed to use those bottom holes, so I did that right at least. Anyways, next thing is next. Just insert. That's his arm. Form, arms, and body. Yeah, that's a Voltron reference. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I have a weird relationship with Voltron because, like, I came into Voltron watching the Legendary Defender series on Netflix, which started out good, but as it went on, it really broke down towards the end, and that's all I really need to say, honestly. Like, and like, don't even get me started on the Clance shippers from that show. Like we like to make fun of Sonic the Hedgehog fans and how freaky deaky they get, but believe me, they are the Clance shippers are a whole different breed when compared to the Sonic fans, we'll say. Worst bit is, I am a former friend of one of them. Now then, not former friend because it's of something they did. It was more just the fact that we didn't really keep up over the years, and whatever. It's like I don't really need to hold on to that anymore. Anyways. There we go. There's the tail. There we go. Then just add in a little Rex foot here. Oh no! The double took a plummet. Okay, almost done with that. Honestly, this would have done a lot better if I had scheduled it for a weekend or like later at night, but after I get to a certain point in the day where like I just cannot function mentally, and whatever. Anyways, Vice is finished. Vice. Hashtag finished. Oh, my back is sore, let me tell you. Let me take another swig of cucumber lime Gatorade. Yep, stuff's really good. No one's here still? Okay, on. Let's just... Let's go on to the penultimate bag for this box set I bought. And oh, hoo, 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 hoo. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, 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 hee, 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 ha, 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 ha. Okay, I'm done making weird noises. It's Kamen Rider 01. Hi! Arito-jan! This is one of my favorite Kamen Riders of all time, mostly because it's the first one that I watched in full from beginning to end while it was airing. Thanks to piracy websites. Anyways, this one is also one of my favorites thematically because it's about learning to empathize with artificial intelligence, which, considering the way the world is going, I think is a very relevant theme. Like, we should, if we really want to automate stuff to the degree that we're trying to, then we should learn to develop empathy for machines. Because, like, if we want machines to keep us around and whatnot, we're going to need to learn to appeal to their emotions and understand why they might feel certain things. Now, I am not arguing for generative AI, such as the stuff that certain companies are using these days, but I am going to argue for the fact that if we are going to develop AI technology to the extent where it is comparable to a human being, we should also teach people to be empathetic with machines. Anyways, that's my somewhat silly, overblown philosophical thoughts on AI and empathizing with it and whatnot. How are you, anyways? See, we've got one viewer currently. I'm glad that you've decided to join us. Let me just see make sure that I'm. Thank goodness. Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure that StreamYard doesn't have like some ridiculous option set, because like it used to be that StreamYard would only show the top chat and not like the entire chat to you. So like there'd be random comments that you wouldn't see. Anyways, let's get building. Let's get happy. Oh, two. Welcome to the chat, everyone. I hope you enjoy watching me build Kamen Rider model kits. It's gonna go off. I really didn't choose the best time of day to stream either. Like I might make my next stream a bit later in the day, just so I can get people to watch. Anyways, there we go. Like Arito Janaito. might be I might just have the setup for this wrong. It's like I think the last time I had the order that we were going in as first would be my tripod where the camera / phone is, then it would be the light ring, which is this thingy right here. Then it would be me sitting behind the tripod and everything. But whatever. I'm not exactly getting paid that much to do this, so hey. At least I'm trying to maintain the illusion of professionalism here. Anyways, back to this. Alrighty, let's see here. If you want a preview of how long the next Blokees video is probably going to take, it's probably going to be comparable to this one. Anyways, slot the 01 driver in. Progrise. Jump W rise. Rising hopper. A jump to the sky turns to a rider kick. Oh, wait. Let me just make sure that I've got... Let's see here. Okay, perfect. See here, the unlike Revi here, the printing isn't mirrored between the shin parts, so I have to make sure that I'm putting in the right shins. The hen shins, if you will. Eh. None of you get that unless you watch Kamen Rider or a lot of subtitled anime, I mean. There we go. That's his legs. Because this joke needs more than just needs a leg to stand on. Again, you probably don't get that joke unless you watch Kamen Rider. But Aruto is a bit of a comedian. That's the real name of Kamen Rider 01. Aruto Hidean. Corporate Nepo baby who ends up becoming a superhero so he can defend the world from Skynet. That's basically the plot of Kamen Rider 01. And with that, Kamen Rider is 01 is 0 done. Hi! Aruto-chan Naito! Everyone just cringed and died, I'm pretty sure of it. Anyways, let's get on to the final baggie. And okay, well, okay, can I just be completely candid with you, denizens of the internet? I think that I might have an unprecedented level of luck when it comes to chase variants. Just a second. Okay, so as you might have already seen, I may have already shared this with you last stream. When I got the first wave of Galaxy Class, I got the Chase variant, Geats Boost Fever. And then last stream, I got the Chase variant there, which was Kamen Rider Defies Blaster. I don't know why I had so much trouble saying that. You might need a drink of the green Gatorade juice again. But anyways, I was hoping that this time I wouldn't get the Chase variant, which is Kamen Rider Cross Saber. But I have seemingly gone 3 for 3 on Chase variants. So that means that I might have to order the last one special from AliExpress. which you can do. There are ways to get the sellers to send you specific figures from the case, specifically in AliExpress. Okay, need to make sure that this is the right way up. There we go. But yeah, I was not to diss the chase variants too much, but I'm not into them as much as I am the sub chase variants. The one for the first wave of Galaxy class was Boost Fever, which not into as much as I am a Decade. Then for the second wave, it was Blaster, which slightly more into than Boost Fever. But I'm not really into Cross Saber. Cross Saber is an all right design, or an all right concept. I mean, it's basically the Zenith from Terraria, a super duper sword formed from all the super legendary swords that have been seen throughout the journey or something. But it's just Saber in blue, and I don't like it. In their defense, Saber was filmed during the climax of the pandemic, so maybe they didn't have the time they needed or whatever in order to make a proper final form. Oh, and don't even get me started about the special final form, which appears for one episode in the end, which is the Wonder Almighty, the power formed from combining all of the books that have been collected throughout the journey. Yeah, their superpower in Kamen Rider Saber was books. At least it wasn't the eyeball season. They have used the eyeballs of famous people to give themselves powers in previous seasons, so just be glad we're not rehashing that weird idea. Anyways, if any of you want to say anything, please do so. I'd love to respond to any questions you may havest. There we go. That's Cross Saber's torso. His whole entire concept is just starry night skies. In fact, I believe the name Cross Saber is actually taken from the Southern Cross, a real world constellation that supposedly it relates to mysticism and various other thingies. I don't know. I'm a YouTube funny man. That's really all I'm good for. But hey, maybe someone would be willing to educate us more once the stream ends, or maybe during the next stream. I'm probably going to adjust the timing on that one to be 5 p.m. instead, since as we're getting closer to 5, it seems like we're getting more people, so it's probably better for viewership if I do 4 instead of 3. And the only reason I can't do this on the weekends is because the work schedules me on those days, and usually work does not leave me with enough energy to do both that and a live stream afterwards, so you take what you can get, I guess. At least in my case. Anyways, now we get to the wackier side of Saber's design. We need to give him a dragon head for a shoulder pad. I swear, when I first saw this, I laughed and thought, "Oh, this they must have mistook the designs for the next Super Sentai season for the next season of Kamen Rider." Turns out, no, this is the design of the next protagonist of Kamen Rider, and it is. Well, I've already said my piece. It looks like a Sentai suit, which I'm not necessarily a fan, really. Sentai and Rider have very different ethoses when it comes to designing characters, and Sentai's doesn't gel with me as much as Kamen Riders, mostly because they all tend to blur together, and at the end of the day, I love chowder. Anyways, yeah, the design of a Kamen Rider suit versus that of a Super Sentai suit isn't something that I'm I don't really like Sentai suits, which is ironic considering that Power Rangers is basically the gateway drug that got me into spandex-clad superheroes fighting silly rubber-suited monsters in the first place. But you grow and your tastes change. Though they never move too far away, you know? My tastes didn't change. I just grew a bit and yeah, they did change. My taste changed, and it's kind of sad because like I had so much childhood nostalgia for Power Rangers, and like some of the seasons on Power Rangers are like so good that like they're basically that they are like more mature than you'd think they'd be for kids shows. Like there's one season where like in the first episode a main character is killed like in front of everyone else. And that's not something that you'd see on most kids shows. Heck, Once and Always is a great example of that. Their anniversary special for Mighty Morphin. But thanks to Hasbro messing everything up, we probably won't ever get another season of Power Rangers, good or bad. Let me just make sure that I've got the pommel assembled right. Are you kidding me? It doesn't even tell me where. Oh well. At least that's all of them. Kamen Rider Cross Saber, Kamen Rider 01 Saber Cross Saber, Kamen Rider Saber Cross Saber, Kamen Rider 01, Vice, Revi, Geets, and the Shocker Dude. Oh man. Well, yeah, it's almost been an hour, so hey, if you want to say anything to me now, please feel free. Otherwise, I'm probably going to sign off at this point since I am very worn out. Let me just take a few swigs of my... where's my cucumber lime Gatorade? There it is. Well, I guess since no one else is saying anything, it's time for me to sign out for the evening. Once again, I'm very happy that you decided to join me today. Once again, I hope you'll join me next week. And as always, this is Firebyte 27 over and out. And of course, God help me for the next time I do these.